Welcome to the fourth round of the USF Pro 2023 series with Sim Racing Online. We're at Detroit today. Lots and lots of walls. Oh, I'm not looking forward to this. I could string a few laps together. I'm not sure how this is going to be with competitors on track. I would imagine it's going to be like the real track when it ran in 1982, something like that. Pretty flat, but there are walls and more walls. Lots of double apexes and things like that. So 45 minutes to stay off the walls is probably the recipe for tonight's racing. I've been dreading this one. The rest of the tracks that we've had recently have been not street circuits. We're at Detroit today for the fourth round of 6. So Detroit is our fourth round. In 2 weeks' time, we'll be heading to Mid-Ohio. So that should we should be able to stretch our legs of the USF 17 cars that we're in. And then we head for our last round in Portland, which is very, very cool. Now, I've done my standings. Hopefully this works. Looking at the standings, the current standings of the championship, this is the top 10. So I am leading the championship from Costas Kanzouras. There's a couple of people that have missed a couple of rounds. A couple of people have been very unlucky with some of the finishes. So I managed to win last time out at Barber Motorsports Park. Because I managed to capitalise on Matej Daxtobler. He was leading at the time, but dipped a wheel on the grass and around he went. So I managed to leapfrog them. So it's quite tight at the top. The point situation, I can't really rest. I'm going to need to at least beat the second or third place people. To have hope of being in the lead at the 6th round. So yeah, that's how it sits. So we're going to go out and do a bit of practice. The qualifying is going to be a 10-minute session, 10-15 minute session in about 30 minutes. So yeah, let's get in the cockpit. Hopefully everything is working. We're also going to turn our spotter back on so we can hear what we're doing. Good, there we go. See my feetsies. Right, what else do we need? So we want to turn our timing box on. We want our tower, and we want our qualifying so you can see what sectors I'm doing. Whew. So this 45 minutes in these cars can be quite a energetic affair, especially when we have a street circuit like this. 10 drivers competing at the moment. So this is the 1988 version of Detroit. I can't remember when they actually ran it. It was the 80s, I think. I remember,
looks clear.
I remember them running this track in 1982, I think. But it ran for at least 8 years, I think, until they decided, no, don't want to run here anymore. But F1 has decided to do more races in the US, as they did back in the 80s, to capitalise on the US market. They're going back to Las Vegas. I've recently been watching some vintage F1. It's very difficult to find videos of broadcast because it was so haphazard back then. Once they got to the 80s, they finally discovered that you know, this is the way we should be broadcasting Formula 1 motorsport. So now I'm in the 1983 season. So we've got through some of the tragic years of fatalities and stuff like that. 1982 was a very tragic season for a multitude of reasons. So I watched them go around Detroit. Very, very difficult. So I believe they did 2. So they did Las Vegas, so Caesar's Palace in 81 and 82, which was basically apparently in. They cleared out the parking lot and put a racetrack there, and drivers and spectators alike weren't too pleased. Hopefully the newer track in Las Vegas is better than the parking lot that we had back then. So I'm basically watching what happened with the turbo era. Ground effect.
You're a tenth off the pace in sector 1.
Ground effect has just got banned. What? I'll re-chat in a second. Thanks for the raid. What's that? G-Dave 11. What were you doing in R Factor tonight? Was it race control races or? We're doing some league racing tonight in some Tatus USF 17s. Hopefully whatever you were doing in R Factor, you were successful. We're going to be doing 45 minutes around Detroit tonight, which I'm quite scared about because I want to be able to look in my mirrors and stay on the track. How are you finding the daily races? What's your favourite? Are you doing beginners, intermediates? I'm kind of steering clear of the BMW M2s now. I don't need to be there. I do like the Tatters races. I had some very competitive races at Zandvoort. I kind of like the Radicals. They're a bit knife edge. But whenever the Porsche pops up, I always have a go at the Porsche. Oh yeah, it's the BMW Class 1 that's now.
Sector 1 time's okay.
I saw a video of that this afternoon. I don't fancy taking the BMW Class 1 out myself.
The leader's just done a 151.23.
151. I don't know where the is it LMPs this week or is it Porsches? Doesn't the BMW Class 1 have DRS as well? I don't have enough buttons for that.
Sector 3 is clear, green flag. We need to find a 10th in Sector 2.
For that stuff.
Car on your left, clear on the left.
The BMW Class 1, doesn't it have DRS? Unless I'm mixing it with something else. Okay.
P4.
Strange, I thought
Sector
Laguna
3 is
Seca would have a
off the pace.
DRS activation. Maybe not. Well, Monza definitely would. But again, I don't think I'm going to be touching that car. It's a bit of a beast. Well, it doesn't have a straight, does it, really? You are never in a straight line on Laguna. I don't know if you've ever tried, in the past, people have made historic versions of Laguna. I've tried a couple in Assetto Corsa back in the 60s and 70s. Laguna was pretty much the same layout as it is today, but it has the pits on the different the opposite side of the pit straight. Thanks for the follow, Dave. Hopefully I can provide some entertainment tonight for you and your viewers. I'm hoping to survive. That's what I say every race, I'm hoping to survive. But I'm leading the championship at the moment with 4 rounds out of 6. So the version that I found in Assetto Corsa, you're basically just racing through a field. The trackside is very sparse. Some of the corners are maybe a little different in profile, but it's lethal.
Sector 3 is 0.8 off the pace.
Oh dear, wrong yet. There's Armco and stuff where you don't expect Armco, so it's not really got a lot of runoff to it. But it's good to go back in time to see what it was like racing there. I don't think F1 ever went to Laguna, did it? That corner is going to...
Sector 1 is 0.8 off the pace.
That's the fun thing about sim racing. Is to
flag, Sector 2.
Go back in time and race cars on tracks that weren't around, you know? Or aren't around anymore. I mean, well, they raced on more dangerous tracks.
Sector 2 is 1.9 off the pace.
Laguna was pretty much like a vintage Zandvoort. But I recently, been recently watching some vintage F1. So I'm up to 1983 at the moment. And some of the tracks that they used to race on are horrendous. Recently saw, I think it was the 1982 season, one of the Renaults at Zandvoort.
You're a second down in Sector 3.
Turn 1 for Zandvoort has been pretty much the same for a while. I think it was René Arnoux in his Renault lost his, I think he had suspension failure or a wheel failure, and he ended up a wheel coming off at turn 1, so he couldn't slow down, and he pretty much went into the tyre barrier like 100 and whatever miles an hour.
Sector 1 is 0.5 off the pace.
Survived somehow, but just been through the 1982 season. Very tragic season in Formula 1. So I've got to witness the rivalry between Gilles Villeneuve and Didier Pironi. It's been very interesting going back and watching vintage F1 because you hear the stories about these things that happened in history and seeing them play out on broadcast.
Sector 2 is 1.1 seconds off the pace.
It's very interesting. Because you kind of see how it was represented live. Through the 60s and 70s, the broadcast was shockingly bad. But now we're up to the 80s. They finally figured out that it's a good thing to have proper commentary. And
Sector 1 is 0.5 off the pace. Sector 2 is 1.1 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.7 off the pace. Sector 1 is yellow. Your lap time was at 1:53.04.
Shut up, Jim. Yeah, I quite like the layout as well. It's actually a cheat. Obviously, we're doing an online race tonight. So, I've actually got my second PC spectating on the server with the other view there.
Sector 1 is 0.6 off the pace.
So it gives a different perspective. Plus it's automated, so I don't need to do anything. We're running a custom livery tonight, Dr. Pepper. I mean, there is a couple of things you have to be wary of. So you can automate the overlays to some extent, not all of it, but you can do some of it. So once I've kind of set it, once the session starts, it has to be how it is. But there's like a I call it a feature. It's a bug really. But whenever I change session, I'm not necessarily going to be looking at the right car in the truck's camera because it keeps changing. I don't know why. So I have to make sure that I switch to the right car. And if I don't do it right, I have to go back to full screen. It makes it extra
Sector
difficult.
1 is 0.6 off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.9 off the pace. Sector 3 is...
No more updates.
Acknowledged. No more deltas.
I forgot what I was going to say now. Thanks, Jim. I lost my train of thought. Now we do this championship.
Sector 1 is 0.7 off the pace.
We do this championship bi-weekly. It shares a week with... We do the USF 2000 championship as well. I haven't got a handle on those cars very much. These ones, a bit more so. I seem to have got into a groove.
Sector 3 is now yellow.
Oh, I remember what I was going to say.
Green flag, Sector 3.
So I'm doing all of this within the VR headset as well. So that makes it extra difficult.
Yellow flag, Sector 3.
I'm actually wondering if there's going to be any passing tonight. So qualifying is going to be vital. Got 10 minutes until quali. What I'm struggling with on this course is the fact that braking markers seem to be non-existent.
Green flag in Sector 3.
Whoa! We just missed the barrier.
Sectors 2 and 3 are 0.6 off the pace. Sector 1 is 0.7 off the pace. You've just done a 152.60.
But we are gonna struggle a bit with consistency, I think. But I'm actually leading the championship. I won the last round at Barber Motorsport Park, so that's all good. My nearest championship contenders at the moment are Costas Kanzaris, Ken Jagger, although Jim pronounces it as Ken Jogger, don't know why. And I always pronounce his name wrong, Mate Daxtobler. It's not pronounced like that. It can't be that. But it's going to be maximum concentration in the race. So I don't know how much I'll be actually
Sector 2
talking.
is 0.6 off the pace.
So I don't want to miss anything in my mirrors, nor I want to miss the barriers. So I'd like to at least beat my championship contenders, so that I've got less to worry about in the final 2 rounds. So in the final 2 rounds we're going to be at... Oh, that's the first time I've done
flag.
that. We'll be at Mid-Ohio and Portland. So tracks with slightly more runoff. Another thing about this track is there's no pit speed. So it's full blast out the pits.
Your exit's clear. Don't cross the white line.
Maximum downforce. So there is 2 versions of Detroit. There is the 1986 version, but I have run that. It doesn't seem to be any different in layout. It's just different in advertising, I think.
That's 20 minutes to go. 20 minutes. Sector 3 is now clear.
This is the 1988 version. Back in the 80s when F1 decided,
Yellow flag in Sector 3.
Let's have as many US Grand Prix as we can. So I think it was back in the 80s, it was the first year where they had 3 US Grand Prix. So Las Vegas, Caesars Palace was one. Detroit was one.
The guy behind has just done a 151.30.
Bloody hell. Now, I thought I was doing quite well with my practice times. And then all the fast guys turned up. But again,
V3
being
has gone off. Green
fast
flag in Sector 1.
is nothing if you
Sector 3
can't
is
keep it
clear.
off the walls. So... And it was pretty hairy last time out at Barber's Motorsports Park because there's a rule in Sim Racing Online where
V5.
qualifying is pretty much treated like a real session. So if you bang the wall and have damage and you can't get back to the pits, that's your qualification over, which is a good rule. I screwed up both of my first attempts at a qualifying lap. Had to go back to pits twice, and I only had like 2 minutes or so to get a lap in, and I threw
Sector 1
absolutely
is
everything at
0.30
it.
off the pace.
And I managed to get second on the grid. But that was a bit hairy. Barber Motorsports Park is very quick, with a lot of undulation and blind crests and such. It's not sure where anybody is going to outbrake each other at this track.
Sector 2 is 1.1 seconds off the pace.
I don't think tyre wear actually comes into this race. We're going to be running for 45 minutes. Six minutes to quali. At least I've never noticed tyre wear. I mean, my my tyres don't generally get hot. It's actually quite difficult keeping them warm.
Sector 1 is 0.30 off the pace. Sector 2 is 1.1 seconds off the pace. Sector 3
don't
is
even know if you'd be able to get
0.46 off the pace. That lap time was 1:52.41.
I don't know if you'd be able to get a run on someone coming onto the main straight. So I think I'm in the 52s. But as this car has got such low power, you've pretty much got to try and roll through the corners as much as possible. It's not about short stopping distances. And normally in practice, I never really do
just done 150.14.
150. Jesus.
Track temperature is increasing. It's now 42 Celsius. Sector 2 is 0.8 off the pace.
I mean, I'm only in 151s at best.
Okay, Neil, 15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes. That's your best lap in this session. You're 2/10 off the pace in Sector 1. Sector 2 is 0.8 off the pace. Sector 3 is 2/10 off the pace.
So I'm not running low fuel. I generally don't do that in practice. I'd like to work on race pace rather than qualifying pace. And then I just take fuel out and away I go.
You're 10th off in Sector 1.
We're 4/10 up on our PB. Sometimes a question of how close you want to get to these walls. This is actually the first time that I've seen the brakes are overheating. So I'm trying to stay off them as much as possible.
Incident in Sector 3. Sector 3 is yellow.
This should be a 51.
Sector 3 is green.
Lost 3/10 of a second in the final chicane.
B3.
51-0. I don't know. It's 11 drivers on track. I don't know what's going to happen. Right, let's see if... because I have to do all of my vehicle override stuff manually. Right, so there's a newcomer, so I've got to change number 51. 51, 51, 51, 51, 51. And again, doing this all within a headset. This is difficult. Right. Let's copy that. I wish this was automatic, but it's not. Right, I think Julian Kerr is an independent.
The guy behind has just done a 151.00.
I don't know why he's using lowercase letters, but we will change that. Right. There we go. Cool. Sure. Right. Oh, 11 drivers on track now. Oh.
That's the end of the session. P4.
Right, let's get our... I don't think we have to save our setup, do we? No. I don't know how much fuel we need for... We're only going to be doing 5 laps. Let's put 7 litres in. Right. Right, wish me luck. I actually think the titles are not refreshed. I need to go. There we go. Okay. Low fuel run, here we come.
The exit looks clear. Okay, Neil, we've got 8 minutes to set a lap.
Keep me updated.
Okay, we'll keep you posted.
Right, I've got a clear track, which is good. Right, if I can do a 150... Whoa! If I can do a 151 in quali, that would be really handy. Well, I've got enough fuel to do the whole session, so... Just don't bin it. I always think I can go faster around that left-hander, but there's some vicious bumps on the outside of the turn which I want to avoid. A bit of a whack. As with most things, this could be a tale of attrition, so we've just got to keep our nose clean.
Sector 2 is now yellow. Yellow flag in Sector 1.
Tyres aren't warm enough for that first turn.
Sector 1 is now green. Green flag in Sector 2.
We just want a banker lap.
Incident in Sector 2, yellow flag.
About 10th away from our personal best. Taking a few liberties with these walls. We've nearly found 1/10 of a second on our personal best. That was too late for the braking there.
Sector 2 time is good. Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate.
We found 2/10 of a second on our personal best. Found half a second. 150.5.
Okay, Neil, 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left. Green flag, Sector 2.
Not as quick in the first sector. I swear I need to put some WD-40 on my brake pedal. It squeaks.
Your Sector 2 time is quick. Your brake temperatures are pretty high.
Must have just touched the wall there. I'm going to be a little quicker. How much do I want to risk at the last corner? Not an awful lot.
Incident in Sector 1, yellow flag, Sector 2, green flag, Sector 1. We think that car has gone off. You're 1/10 off the pace in Sector 1, Sector 2 time is okay. You're 2/10 off the pace in Sector 3. Green flag in Sector 2.
Let's try first gear. Don't think it really gained me anything.
You're 1/10 off the pace in Sector 1. Yellow flag, Sector 2. Green flag, Sector 2.
It's like a fast version of Monaco. Turned in too early there.
Incident in Sector 2, yellow flag. 2 minutes to go, 2 minutes. Sector 2 is 0.48 off the pace.
Right, next lap is the last one. Right, let's
Sector 2 is
see.
green, V4.
Let's see if we can get on
Sector 3
second
is
road.
0.7 off the base.
One and a half tenths up.
Alright Neil, 5 minutes of fuel remaining, 5 minutes. Sector 1 time is good. Yellow flag, caution.
Damn it, I lost all the time.
Sector 2 is
Okay.
clear. It looks like Struha has binned it. Green flag in Sector 3. That's the end of the session, E4.
Right, I found 2/10 of a second. I don't think that's enough to grab a place. Especially if you accidentally go down to neutral. Yeah, grabbed third. Wonder how close it was for third. Oh, just ahead of my championship contender. Look at that. Oh. Oh. My word. Yeah. Just did it. Right, what am I looking for? Browser, no. Right, let's go back to main screen. Don't know if everyone has done their laps. A 1:49.9 is pole. Cheers. Oh no, he got me. I'm still on the second row, but he got me. I'm hoping I'm on the inside to turn one. I can't remember if this is a formation start or a rolling start. It's a rolling start. Oh no. Right, pole is in the pits. Just trying to see if I can set the grid. Fifth place is in the second sector. I don't think there's going to be any more improvement. So I'm going to set the starting order. Right, let's have a look at the grid. So, Matej Daxdobler gets pole position. Nearest championship contender, Kostas Kantzaris gets second. Carl Struhl beat me to third, I get fourth. Philip Pilcher is in fifth. Ken Jagger in sixth. Julian Kerr in seventh. Tony Talviti in eighth. Very strange bit down there. Scott Ring in ninth. Jose Branco in 10th. And 11th is Ed Jones. I'm actually missing my teammate today. My teammate's not in the race. You would see him in a Dr. Pepper livery, but with a blue... There we go. Got the right thumbnails this time. You would have seen him in a Dr. Pepper livery, but instead of green wings, it would have had blue wings. So there's a couple of people running F1 paint jobs, as you can see, like BAR and Williams and JBS and stuff like that. So that's very, very cool. Right, back into the cockpit. And we're going to go to trackside cam. Right, I'm going to do a vote. So it's only possible to get a top 15. So let's do a channel points prediction for 5 minutes. Where am I going to finish? Now, in some cases, I've always gone forwards, but there's no guarantee at a street circuit. It's going to be very hard to pass anybody. So we're going to put our battle box and stuff on, so we can see who that I'm battling against. Oof! I am tempted to go for a pee. 20 minutes? Yeah, I'm gonna go for a pee. I'll be right back.
On your left. You are clear on the left. Car left. Clear on the left. Right side. Right side's clear.
Someone set off the fire alarm. Did you see that?
Incident in Sector 3. Sector 3 is yellow. Green flag Sector 3. We think that Penny and Brown have binned it in La Source.
I was going to go up the inside, but I thought he may.
Green flag Sector 3. P8.
Not see me.
Alright. Right side's clear.
He's got a wing!
Car on your left. Clear left. Car on your right. Clear on the right. There's a car
What
on your left.
in the holy of hell happened there? You saw that, right? Whew! I had to rush there. I had to rush. So you can use, there's various things in the channel points that you can do. A couple of sounds, a couple of reactions and stuff like that if you want to use them during the stream. Whew. Right. Let's read the rules. Race starts on exit, not entry of final chicane. At the end of the formation lap. Formation, then rolling start. Yeah. Single file formation lap. Okay, so we are going to be... We won't be able to get a jump on our third place man. This is a shame. I've had a little bit of caffeine today, so this should help. It's going to be a long, sweaty race.
That's the end of the session. P7.
Double check that we're going to have our race set up on. I always double check just in case. I don't trust the game fully.
The track temp is 22. The air temp is 22 Celsius. 60 minutes.
I don't know why he always thinks it's a 60-minute race. Right.
Okay, I'll do the spotting. Floor it.
Right, so we're going to need to keep with the guys. It's a very fast formation lap. I just don't want to get caught up in someone else's accident. That's... It's a very fast formation lap. Extremely fast formation lap. Had our first ding off the wall.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
You're clear on the left.
We nearly ran up the rear of the car in front.
Green flag, sector 2.
Lucky not to get any damage from that.
On your left. Left side's clear.
I tried. Top two are getting away. Keep me informed.
Understood. I'll keep you informed.
He's weak into turn one, but I've got to get closer.
Guy on your left.
Yellow flag, watch out.
Changed his
We can see Struha has gone off.
Changed
You have
his
some minor aero damage. Stay out, it's not that bad.
trajectory in the braking zone. He didn't stay left. He was already left.
Sector 2 is now green.
But then he moved right and I couldn't avoid him. Now I'm stuck behind even more cars. Damn it.
P6. The gap to Struha ahead is now 1.1 seconds.
I mean, you've got to be quite forceful on this track. You can't kind of be half-hearted in your passing.
Car right. Right side's clear.
1.5.
I think that's the 20th time I've nearly run up his chuff. That's his rear end. That's not in the UK. Changed up too early then.
Car left. He's still there. He's still with you. And still there. Left side's clear. On your left. He's still there. You are clear on the left.
Not pleased. Pick a line. He's going back to the braking zone. Going back to the side of the braking zone. So if I move right, see?
Left side, you are clear on the left. On your right. Still there, clear right.
I'd had enough. You can't move in the braking zone.
It's now 1.2 seconds.
If you move over to one side, you can't move back. That's the terms of engagement in this league.
P4.
I mean, I know it's a street circuit and that, but there's got to be some give and take. Otherwise, it's just a time trial, you know? Second place is 25 seconds ahead. First place is 25 seconds ahead. 30 minutes to go. I think we might be able to push Ken into a mistake. He's doing it as well.
Left side, clear left.
And get on the throttle then.
Sector 1 is yellow. Yellow flag.
I thought I'd fake going up the inside of the chicane.
Green flag, Sector 1.
Car on your right. Right side's clear. Left side's clear.
Green flag, Sector 3. Yellow flag in Sector 3.
Turning into a bit of a nightmare. I mean, I was right up his rear end and I tried to avoid him. I don't know if I'm going to be having words about the moving in the braking zone stuff after this race is finished. I shall check the rules again. I mean, it's kind of common.
The gap behind is now 3.5 seconds.
That you only have like one defensive move. So if you move to the inside, that's your move. You got to stay there. You don't just move across. Third is pitting.
P3.
Has he run out of tyres? Has he run out of... Has he hit the wall? We've got to catch up 5 seconds to the guy in front. So I don't want to lose ground on that fellow.
Okay, Neil, you're reeling. Jogger in. The gap is 5.6.
At least Jim has given me some good news.
Yellow flag in Sector 1. Sector 1 is clear.
I mean, the leader is 35 seconds ahead. A real hope of catching him. He's doing a 1:52.4. I'm doing a 1:51.0. So I think I should be catching. But getting past is going to be another thing. Just over 20 minutes to go.
Okay, Neil, we're at the halfway point. Fuel is tight. You might need to save some fuel to get to the end. Sector 3 is clear. Green flag.
Nonsense, Jim. The fuel is fine. Maybe I've been driving a bit harder.
The gap behind is now 5.5 seconds.
50.6.
Sector 1 time's okay. Sector 2 is 0.5 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.41 off the pace.
Oh, damn it, I don't know how to adjust my brake bias. I changed my key buttons.
You're reeling, jogger in. The gap is now 2.9. Okay, Neil, you've got half your fuel left. That was at 150.92.
I think I've accidentally changed my key bindings to brake maps, not brake bias. Damn it.
Car left. He's still there. Left side's clear.
Sector 2 is yellow. Yellow flag in Sector 1. Sector 1 is green. Green flag, Sector 2.
Right side. You are clear on the right. Car on your left side. He's still there, clear on the left.
Yellow flag. Green flag, sector 3. We think Jones has stacked it.
I'm going to think. I know I've got to be close to him coming into the chicane, but... Going 2 seconds slower. Right, it's gone shallow. Oh,
Left side, clear left.
Damn it!
Yellow flag in sector 2. You've had quite a lot of aero damage. You might need to come in and get it fixed. Green flag, sector 2.
Pit stop, no fuel.
We can't do that.
I mean, I might as well...
Acknowledged. Pit stop requested. Okay, Neil. You should be coming out into clear air. When we exit the pits, we should be in position 6. A few seconds behind Struha.
Most of this race has just been bloody avoiding people.
The pit crew's ready. Engage the limiter.
Race to forget. Race to forget.
All done. Go. All clear. Push now. 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left.
I've got 10 minutes to catch and pass 5th place. I mean, all that was me trying to avoid someone that just clattered the wall. It was the thing I was trying to avoid. Getting involved in someone else's accident. I'd already kind of pushed him into that mistake. And he popped off the wall. So I tried to dip right, but when I dipped right, the car just spun around, so... This goes to show that street circuits suck.
Gap to Struha in front is now 8.2. Yellow flag in sector 2, 6th place. Green flag in sector 2.
I just couldn't quite figure out. There was plenty of places on the track that I was faster, but if drivers are gonna move over to one side of the road and then move over to the other side of the road, there's no point racing, because that's just blocking, isn't it? If I can move and defend my position and then just move back so I defend the outside line as well coming into the corner, then what hope has anyone got of passing anybody? You know? I will have to check my key mappings again to see if I can get my brake bias back though. I don't know why I would have changed it. Luckily you don't actually have refueling in this. So
Sector 1 is quick. Sector 2 is 0.5 off the pace. You're a tenth off the pace in Sector 3.
I mean, every time I've tried to pass someone or at least got alongside, they've put me in the wall on exit.
Yellow flag Sector 2. Okay, Neil, you've got 10 minutes of fuel remaining. Green flag in Sector 2. Looks like P3's gone off. Tiny bit of aero damage there. You probably won't even feel it.
Car on your left. Left side's clear.
Yellow flag.
Car right. Clear right.
Sector 2's green. It looks like Struha has spun off.
Car was
5 minutes remaining. 5 minutes left.
The car was in shadow as well. I'm so glad that that car wasn't kind of further out. Otherwise that would have been very hard to avoid. Could have had second in this race.
P5.
My championship contenders are
The gap to Struha behind is now 1.9.
second and third. No, first and third. So I've lost points. Gonna have to beat them in the final 2 rounds. That's if I don't get any penalties from this round. I think some of the things I've done, like running up the back of people when they're moving into the braking zone, I don't think those were my fault. And then spinning around when I've been trying to avoid people. Could have been a lot worse. I I mean, the first spin put me way behind first and second anyway. The pace lap was at bloody rocket speed. It's supposed to be like a minimum formation lap speed, but
Your lap time was 150.18.
I'm doing the same lap times as fourth place. Got no real hope of getting past.
Yellow flag, sector 2.
Unless they make a mistake.
That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
Changed up too early then. I mean, even though I'm running a second a lap faster than the guy in front, I just not got the time left to do anything.
That's 5 minutes of fuel left.
Final lap, I think.
Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate. Green flag, sector 1.
Come on, hit the walls harder than that. I want to pick up some freebies, but completely missed the breaking point now.
Two litres remaining.
I mean, if you run out of fuel, it's just tough luck. I mean, technically, it should be the last lap.
One more lap to go. We're running on fumes, mate.
I've got enough fuel. looked like the checkered flag, but it was a white flag, I guess. At least the guy ahead has got past one of my championship contenders, so it knocks him down in points. So that, at least there's that.
P5, there we go, it's over. Bring it back round.
Yeah, I'm not pleased with that. Top 5 obviously seems like it's a good result, but I'm not pleased with it because I was running top 3 and I was all over the guy ahead. There was some... I think personally there was some questionable defending because I would go left, or well, I would switch to the side that they weren't, and then they would follow me, or they would defend up to here and then move back like this, right in the braking zone, whereas I was on the outside line. And what can you do to that? You know? So, I mean, it's a street circuit. There needs to be some kind of a little bit of leeway. It does kind of depend whether I'm actually going to get penalised for some of the nudging and stuff. Because I was 2 seconds faster than some of the cars and coming up behind them, and I just could not find a way by. I was all over them. I'd go one way, they would block. I'd go the other way, they would block. What can you do to that? You can't race people when they basically just move where you go. So I'm just seeing if there's any. I mean, I do have a couple of questions about that race. Anyway, the pace lap was nearly at racing speed. So to keep up with the guys in front was very, very difficult. I was near enough going at racing speed just to stay with the pack, which I think was a little bit out of order. And then just, you know, I know it takes 2 to tango and all that, but I found it very difficult if people were going to kind of weave in front of you and then move over to the braking point where that's where you are. There's not really much you can do about it. So, right. I don't know if it's actually going to give me the session results now. The server's rolled over, but we'll see. So, let's have a look at the championship as well. So before this round, let's have a look at the championship. So Mate Daxtobler is actually 6th in the championship. So it's pretty good that he didn't, or that he did get first, because he's a bit further down the order. Costas, my 2nd in the championship, is gained some points on me today because he finished 2nd. Good finish from Philip Pitchler. I always forget how you pronounce his name. It is Pitchler, yeah. He's 8th in the championship at the moment. And then you got Ken Jagger, the person that I was trying my hardest to get by, but they were all over the track. They might as well have just been like driving a car that was too 2 cars wide. Just could not find a way by. I mean, I could have. It was hard when some of the corners, they are right angles, but there wasn't enough kind of. Outbraking was very difficult. I mean, I didn't want to kind of give a punt up the inside. I don't know. Maybe I just wasn't confident enough on the brakes to do that. So I come home with 5th. I could have done a lot better than that. And then Carl Struhl in 6th. He's 4th in the championship. So I've gained some points on him. Julian Gerg gets a good 7th. Jose Branco gets 8th. Ed Jones in 9th. And Tony did not finish. I don't know what happened to him, whether he was one of the yellow flags, whether he clattered the wall later on. Not entirely sure. I think there should be one more finisher, shouldn't there? And Scott Ring. I think he went out early, did not finish. So where was my teammate? I needed my teammate to hold them all up. Where was my teammate? Right. As I said, this is a bi-weekly championship, so we're going to be at Mid-Ohio. Hopefully, we're going to have places to pass. These cars do have a lot of draft capability, so. But again, it's going to be. There's a theme to a lot of these tracks. They're very up and down. The elevation of some of the tracks that have been chosen for this are very up and down, and then we go to Portland for the final round, which is flat. So very, very strange. Very, very strange indeed. So I got myself a top 5. It'll do. It'll do. I won't do the championship points now. I'll update those a bit later on. Right. So coming up, so again this week, we've got Saturday's race. So we're going to be in the USF 2000 cars. Not so good with those. I'm struggling with the USF 2000 cars. I'm equal second in the championship. It's very close for second in the championship. I had a nightmare last time out. So we're going to be in Russia at the Neva Ring, or Neva Ring, whatever it's called, Saturday the 18th of November. So I'm not looking forward to that. It's going to be hell. I don't know what the difference is. Maybe there's it's a longer wheelbase. I feel like I just can't get the hang of the brakes. People seem to be able to brake much later than I am, and I just can't get the thing out the corner. So that's what's going to be. That starts an hour later than we've done tonight, so that will be a race start at 8:15 UK time, which is GMT at the moment, if you don't know. Well, thanks for the raids, the follows. Hopefully you enjoyed that racing, even though I was grumbling most of the way through it. It could have been so much better. And it's very rare that I have such a pace advantage over some of the cars in front. But there was just no way through. Just could not get through. But we'll see if I get penalised for any of the stuff. I'll keep an eye on the forum thread. And I'll check out the replay off stream as well. I kind of want to see whether some of the things were marginal or whether I really was just pushing it a bit. But it does take 2 to tango, and obviously I tried to go up the inside a couple of times of people, and they just closed the door. You can't do anything with that, especially if the spotter is saying car outside. You know, it's telling me that I've got an overlap, but if you just and particularly if I tried to go around the outside of a couple of people, but they just ran me wide. Basically, it was either I backed off or went in the wall, which I don't like that type of racing. But yeah, I'm gonna go treat myself to some pizza. I wonder if is there anyone doing any R-Factor related stuff? Let's have a look. Da, 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 da. We're gonna raid Boons. He's doing some race control stuff. He's also we're setting up a server on Thursday, so you might want to get involved in that. So he's trying to get a lot of the Spanish R Factor 2 community involved, and just some fun races. I won't tell you what the track and the car is, because let's just say we're not taking things seriously. So yeah, let's go raid Boons, see what he's doing. Hopefully he's not just ending, but we'll go raid him. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.